Kaizer Chiefs will once again demolish SuperSport United this coming Saturday. But how exactly will Nasruddin Nabi set up, given that he has now more options of players that he can select from? Well, as it happens, this video is exactly about that. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo, I am your host, and this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Amakhosi Football Club, starting with our goalkeeper, Ufiakren Twari. At this point, if someone is still arguing about which player will start in that position, I don't know. I know that some people are complaining and they're saying, oh, Ntwari should do a bit better in handling the ball. It happens. I think he's still new at the club, and from time to time, you'll see him a bit panicky, but he's getting used to it. And if we're being honest, he has not made a blunder to a point that people are saying, hey, we should get another goalkeeper. I don't think we should. I think Ntwari is a very well capable goalkeeper. And also, the other aspect of Ntwari that people, I think, might be overlooking is the fact that he is helping us play out from the back, and also his passing is very good. So having a goalkeeper like him is always helpful. Which brings us to our right back, Riv Frosler, a player who we looked at beginning of the season, and there were some shaky moments, and we're like, if Frosler is not aware or is not careful, his position might be taken away by Dylan Solomons. It's like he was hearing us, and I was like, you know what, no one is taking my position from me, and he's continued to perform very, very good. And I want you to notice something about Frosler so far this season for Kaizer Chiefs. He's been played in 3 different ways. This is not to say he's been played in 3 different positions. No, he's been played in 3 different ways. As a normal right back who overlaps and plays crosses on that side, but was also played against Amazulu as part of a back 3, and even against the Sundowns to a point, sort of like a part of a back 3 when we're attacking at times. But then I also saw him in the game against SuperSport United inverting into midfield to form that box midfield. So that tells you that there's a lot of versatility, and the coach might want to use him in different ways. So it's interesting to see how it's going to be used, which brings us to this man, Bradley Cross. You know what I like about Bradley Cross? If anyone, people who have watched football with me will tell you that one of the things I usually say to players is "Lala pansi," which means just tackle, right? Because sometimes players are busy running around trying to block. Sometimes we just need to tackle. And I don't think there's a player who does it more or better than Bradley Cross in tackling at Kaizer Chiefs right now, because he's always involved, tackle after tackle. And it's not just for vibes, because he always gets those tackles right. Most of the times. Well, I've not seen him miss a tackle, maybe once or twice, but most of the times he gets it right. Speaking of people who get it right, that brings us to the one and the only Rashwin Dotli. Very solid. There's nothing much to say about him and our other center back, which is Inacio Mikol, because what more can I say about these guys? They've been nothing short of incredible. Like, I cannot even describe what they've done, the stability that they have brought to Kaizer Chiefs' defense. So yeah, shout out to you, both of you guys, especially Inacio Miguel, given the fact that he is also a leader in that dressing room. So I'm very happy with the balance of a right-footed and left-footed defender center back. I also think that Miguel must make sure that it does not get a yellow card, because the last thing I need is for him to miss the Sundowns game, because in case you don't know, the date for that game has been released and they are playing on the 9th, if I'm not mistaken. I did post on the community post, and it's going to be at FNB on a Saturday at 6 p.m. By the way, while we're here, please do make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Help me reach 50,000 subscribers before the end of this year, and you guys are doing an incredible job. Maybe by the time you're watching this video, we're already on 39,000. So that's rapid growth. Beginning of last week, we're at 37,000, and all of a sudden now we're at 39,000. So thank you so much. Continue subscribing and sharing to other people. Which brings us to number 6. This man did not play in the previous game. Am I wrong? And there is now a conspiracy theory regarding Unjabulo Plum, because there are some people who are now saying Kaizer Chiefs are purposely not playing him so that St. Louis does not recall him back for his loan. And some people are saying he's staying unfit on purpose, because he knows that if he starts playing, he's going to be so good that St. Louis will call him back. As such, he's just staying on the bench so that they think, we don't want that player anymore, and then he can stay at Chiefs and play longer. I don't believe that. I just think that a lot of things happened in with Blom on his way out of St. Louis, because you must remember he had been injured before he came back and then had that fallout with the coach. So he was returning from an injury in any case, which was going to take him a while to be fit. But even when he came back, he then didn't get enough game time. And I also don't think it's just a physical thing. I also think emotionally that kind of got to him in a way, because I mean, you're in America, you're thinking the next step is going to Europe, and the next thing you fall out with the coach, and then you end up being shipped back to South Africa. So I do think that Uplom would be a very ideal partner, especially since we are preparing for Ikeme Sundowns, because we're winning this game, we're winning against Amakhosi, and then when we play against Mamelodi Sundowns, we're in a good position to beat them. I'm saying you'll be a great partner of Samgelo Zwane, a player who Nazareth Nabi has described that he's showing a lot of maturity, showing a lot of growth, and he's showing a lot of cutting out the things that are unnecessary. So that is a very, very good thing to be said by you from the coach, right? So I think that we're seeing maturity of the highest level from Samgelo Zwane, and all of those were hating on him. The boy is on his way. Which brings us to our number 10. You know what? I think this boy is still underrated, because I look online, because there are a lot of comments from people on Facebook, where the YouTube and also TikTok, and whenever I bring up Umtu or somehow you'll find a comment that says, "Oh, Umtu is still not ready." I'm like, I don't know which Chiefs you are watching if you think Umtu is still not ready, because there is an argument to be made that Umtu Shabalala is the most important player in the system of Nazareth Nabi. And I know you want to say Gaston Sereno. The thing is, Sereno does what it does, and it's effective. He's actually very great at it, scoring goals, assisting. But if you look at every goal the Chiefs has scored, either Umtu Shabalala played a pass leading to that goal, or was there marking, or was there doing something. He is always involved. When we're marking the ball, he is always involved. When we're breaking, he's always involved. He's just there. So there's an argument to make that he's maybe the most important player, if not the second most important, because very people are going to lead with Sereno, but Umtu is definitely first or second. I am actually convinced to say he's probably the first, because of what he does also in terms of the legs that he gives us. So for people who are saying Umtu this, Umtu that, I don't understand. I saw when I was talking about Matlo, some people were like, yeah, it's going to be Matlo replacing Umtu. I'm like, Njani? I do not understand why people say that. But then, let's go to our right winger, which is going to be the one and the only. In fact, left winger, not right winger, because Nazareth Nabi has done something that I was not expecting. In that game in Sundowns, I saw him playing Utuba as a left winger. And I thought, wait, is it because he's trying to help cross mark? And that was true. But then in the game after that, he still played Utuba in the left wing. So I realized, oh, okay, that's the position that he wants to play him in, because I thought Sereno was the one who's playing from the left and then cutting in and then doing the things. But turns out it's Gaston Sereno, so he's effective coming from the right or from the left in any case. Because if you come to think of it, with Utuba, he's also helping Cross, because he's still new in a way, and them marking that energy is good enough. But on the right, you have Frosla, who's much more, what can I say, experienced than Cross. So defensively might not need that much help. He needs help, but Usireno, since sometimes he will not be tracking back, he does, but sometimes it doesn't. Frosla can still manage on his own. So I think maybe that's why that adjustment is made. I do not know. I will see how he plays and why actually this is the case. Which then brings us to our right winger. You already know it, Gaston Sereno. What can I say? As I was saying, by far right now, our best player in terms of numbers, the goals that he has scored, the assists that he has made, and I'm not arguing with that when I was saying Umtu has an argument to be up there with him. Which brings us to the last man with a picture that I don't even like, of him telling us to shush because he says we talk too much, and there is Uranga Chiva Viro. Do you guys think that the Chiefs will be making any changes to the starting 11, or do you think that they will go back and just play the same team that we played against SuperSport before last week? Well, just last week. Do let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals al pelumoy.